Hey, it's time for our lightning round because I want to make sure we end on time. So David, kick us off with the lightning round. 60 seconds.
Okay. So in a volatile environment, I'd say the guiding principle I would stick to is a good, consistent process. The most effective compensation committees and boards, I think, have established calendars, regular communication between the committee and management. For your compensation programs, I think that builds trust in the process and trust in the programs to operate through periods of volatility. You can't predict every outcome, but consistent approach and trust in the program can help you weather some of that near-term volatility. And while I think you need to be agile and ready to adjust, I also think it's important to not suddenly make changes or react in the context of volatility, but to start out by having faith in the process and the programs that you've built, because pay programs can be become much more expensive when you start operating them through reaction.
Great, thank you. Claudia?
As you think about where the business is headed, I think from the point of view of the audit committee, it just remains important to focus on whether the risk management systems, internal controls, disclosure controls are keeping pace. If those are not keeping pace, obviously there's significant risk to the company, and effectively the audit committee may not be doing its job.
Great, thank you. Travis?
I think the NomGov's committee's most important function is one that doesn't appear in any charter. It sets the tone for how seriously the board takes governance itself. So if the NomGov committee is rigorous, proactive, and willing to have difficult conversations about allocated responsibilities, about performance, about whether directors are actually educated, about whether a director or executive officer has earned their seat, that is going to elevate the board. If the NomGov committee is passive or perfunctory and says audit must do everything, I'll let them tell me what we're going to care about this year, the framework suffers. And so my challenge to the people that are on this call that are on the NomGov committee is to take the lessons that you learn here today and at your other NACD activities and at Summit later this year, and ensure that you actually educate yourself and your other directors on the board and implement some of the suggestions that we've made here.
Great, thanks, Travis. Heather, you kicked us off, so wrap us up.
Yeah, my parting thoughts are well aligned with Travis and David around having a consistent process about where's the company headed, therefore what does the organization need from the board, who do we need to be on board, how do we work together, and then being honest with each other about, are we meeting the expectations and needs of the organization as well as we could, or how can we improve? And there are a lot of great advisors out there who can help you if you feel like you don't have the processes in place or having the right conversations today to do that.